Welcome to Philomena Unsolved. I'm Justin.
And I am Edward.
Today we are delving into the mysteries of the Alkaline Earth Brothers. Brothers that are bound by a common bloodline, but one is uncommon from the rest.
That's right, Justin. We are talking about the Group 2A elements of the periodic table. And who are these Alkaline Earth Brothers, by the way? I want to know more about.
Well, the Alkaline Earth Brothers consist of beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, and radium.
Ooh, and what makes this element so interesting, huh? Seems like they're quite common for me.
Well, Edward, for starters, they are incredibly reactive elements.
Ooh, wait. How reactive are we talking here?
Well, let me put it this way. So, if you put a drop of sodium in water, you will get to see these nice bubbles and a little explosion. But if you put a drop of calcium in water, you'll get a much rigorous bubbling and a much bigger explosion, especially when in contact with heat.
Ooh, well, that's intense.
Yeah, and it's all because of the electronic configuration of these elements, as they have only two electrons on their outermost shell.
Right. So, what else can you tell us about the physical and chemical properties of the Alkaline Earth Brothers?
Well, for one thing, they all have a shiny metallic appearance, similar to those tiny shiny rocks that you see in caves and from other minerals.
And are they all fairly malleable and ductile?
That's right. And because they have two electrons on their outermost shell, they tend to form ionic compounds with other elements. Also, having low ionization energies, they can be quite reactive and can easily form different compounds with certain elements.
Ooh, so it seems like having such a low-key vibe can make a quite difference, am I right?
Well, you can say it that way. Another quite interesting idea about these elements is that their boiling and melting points have no specific reasons as to why they exist that way.
Well, commonly these elements are present almost everywhere. Beryllium is used with other elements such as copper and aluminum to form different alloys which can be used as engines. Then magnesium is used in different supplements like Centrum Advance and as a colorant for fireworks during New Year celebration, which is also similar to strontium. Then calcium is the orthopedic's favorite element as it aids to the bone health, which is also present in milk. Then we have barium, which is his younger brother and is quite deadly when used in rat poisons. Then lastly, the youngest element, radium, had the biggest role among the brothers as he works as a cancer treatment.
That is correct. And with that, let's get into it.
Okay, so magnesium and calcium, the second and third child of the Alkaline Earth Brothers, started their career in the field of water testing as a duo.
Camch!
Wait, what did you say?
You know, CAMG, Camch. Well, since you are telling that they are a duo, might as well have a name for it, right?
Wait, okay, so you stick with that while I stick to their respective names, okay?
Okay, fine. Have it your way, Edward.
Okay, so going back, so this duo is highly recognized in water treatment as they have the ability to increase the hardness of water.
What do you mean by hardness of water?
Just in hardness in water just means that they have high concentration of minerals such as magnesium and calcium. And there are many ways to test the water hardness, and one of them is to use colorimetric titration.
So based from the name, I can assume that they use color as a way to test the concentration of these elements.
Well, yes. So there are specific indicators and substances used along with a specific color to look out for and to determine if there are compounds present in your water sample.
That's cool. Well, we normally drink water, right, in order to survive. So I can see the importance of testing the cleanliness of our water. And especially as there are many studies that associate different illnesses and diseases such as osteoporosis and hypertension with excessive amounts of calcium and magnesium. Plus, having high concentrations of these components, such as calcium and magnesium carbonates, can affect our pipes and our sewage systems.
Wow, Justin. Never knew you know so much about water hardness, huh?
Well, it just came to me, well, from a journal of chemistry and applications by Akram and Raman. Well, anyway, let's go on ahead with the three youngest siblings among the brothers. So we have strontium, barium, and radium, and their determination to change the world through the medical field.
Wait. So is this the point where it gets exciting? So are we going to encounter bloody surgeries and pin needles in here?
No, we are not going to deal with surgeries and pin needles, Edward. Okay, so strontium, barium,
Oh,
and radium took their dreams focusing on different specializations in the medical field. Strontium focuses more on biomaterials such as bone remodeling. Barium, on the other hand, focuses on improving the textile coating of X-ray shielding. And lastly, radium, the youngest, currently works as an chemoradiotherapy agent for treating cancer.
quite impressive. Seems like the youngest had the wildest dream among the brothers, huh?
Yeah, and anyway, let's continue on, shall we? Strontium,
Oh,
the fourth building of the Alkaline Earth Brothers, strontium is being applied in different modified biomaterials, and one of them is bone remodeling.
hold up. So let me just clarify something. So first, what is modified biomaterials? And then what is bone remodeling?
Well, modified biomaterials is where they modify the capability and the interaction of cells in the body with a particular material, hence strontium. While as bone remodeling, on the other hand, is one of the procedures that we use that we will be focusing later on.
Okay, thank you for that. I get it now. So I hope these elements will provide great benefits to humans in the near future.
Well, it really does. Considering strontium is known for its abilities to increase the formation of cells in our body. Having this ability, it can provide a wide opportunity to help people with concerns, especially with their bones in the body. And strontium substituted materials such as hydroxyapatite, calcium silicate, and borosilicate was applied in different materials and they produced really good results. They saw an increased chances of bone regeneration and could lead to better bone repair.
I also heard that having too much strontium could affect the degradation rate of the cells in the bones. So I believe that having a limit with strontium would be important to balance the strontium's potential benefits and as well as its negative side effects.
Yes, very correct, Edward. Next in line is barium. Barium followed the footsteps of his older brother. He used to be a potential material for X-ray shielding in textile clothing. Well, he has to deal with his competitors, which is bismuth and tungsten, in achieving the best materials to reduce the exposure of X-ray radiation.
Well, seems like barium would have a tough time competing with the other two elements for recognition then.
Well, you can say that, but there is a twist in the rivalry among these metals. Before, lead was used as a X-ray shielding material, but due to its toxic nature, humans began looking for other materials, hence those three. So these three materials were reacted or combined with silicon rubber to form the textile material itself and expose them to X-ray radiation. While the study suggested that these materials can form multiple layers, are sufficient enough and promising results in designing protective clothing against X-ray shielding in medical applications.
That's pretty impressive. So, what's next on our list then?
Well, the youngest among the brothers is Radium. We used talk to about this kid he had the biggest dreams in his career.
Yeah, being the Lord and Savior against cancer, huh?
Yeah, well, radium is a radioactive element, meaning that it emits an energy that breaks down common cells and elements. In our case, these are cancer cells.
Oh, yeah. Well, radium, specifically radium-223 isotope, so this is used as an advanced new agent to treat metastatic castration-resistant prostate cancer, or as we know, MCRPC. But good news though, that the isotope is approved already by the US Food and Drug Administration and is administered through injectables.
Yes, radium 223 provided very significant effects by selectively targeting bone metastasis or a viral infection and also on evident bone, skin, lymph node spreading of the cancer throughout the body.
That's good. I hope that radium can serve more humans in the near future against cancer.
Very well said, Edward.
But wait, I thought there were six of these brothers. We have only covered your cam, strontium, barium, and radium. So how about the eldest?
Oh right, I almost forgot. We still have beryllium on the line. But to be honest, discussing matters about him is a bit sketchy because of his distant past. Well, let's get on with it anyway. Beryllium, during his younger years, he became less metallic and turned into a very harder material than the rest of his siblings. He soon left the brothers at a very young age. While that, he looked through many means of survival. Soon after, he became ill with a disease called chronic beryllium disease or CBD and was never seen again.
Quite baffling. I wonder how the CBD manifested itself.
Well, based from the readings, CBD is where humans get too much exposure of beryllium particles, which affected mostly the lungs. Hence, the symptoms of shortening of breath, chest pain, and fatigue, and among others. Beryllium was also known to react negatively with different biomolecules and proteins, which resulted in this particular disease. Although CBD is being detected through a known test called the beryllium lymphocyte proliferation test or the BELPT.
Oh yeah, so I heard this before, this BELP. So this involves taking the blood or lung cells from a person who is exposed to CPD. They do monitor the effects of the disease and see how they respond to the body.
Yep. And also, this test requires further processing as CBD can manifest through months and years from exposure. Researchers continue dealing with the mystery of this particular disease. Well, from the way I see it, this test can be improved as years go by, and it is essential with the cases of different lung diseases.
Indeed, the case of the Alkaline Earth Brothers is bizarre with each of the following elements, especially beryllium. I hope that element can get a hold of himself someday.
Very true. Well, we got to discover the brothers' unique properties and very promising applications that will surely benefit the humans in the future. Well, that is for today. I'm Justin.
And I am Edward, and this is Phenomena Unsolved.